It's finally here. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip5 and the Galaxy Z Fold5 has finally launched here in the Philippines. So let's talk about these two smartphones. So the Galaxy Z Flip5 got the major change among the two, while the Galaxy Z Fold5 got some minor changes. But first, let's talk about the Galaxy Z Flip5, which again got the major changes. So let's talk about the major change that we can do on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip5. Basically, we now have a 3.4-inch cover display in which you could do a lot of things. Just like before, there are widgets. Yes, you could display a lot of things on the cover display of the smartphone, but now it can let you do a lot more, as you could type in replies. Pwede na kayong magkamera ng QWERTY keyboard on the cover display of the Galaxy Z Flip5. And of course, the widgets are more usable. Of course, meron pa rin tayong mga screen recording, the calendar, and everything that you need. Everything the widgets na nagustuhan nyo sa Galaxy Z Flip4, meron din tayo dito sa Z Flip5. But this time, larger cover display, also larger content, so mas marami kayong pwedeng gawin. It's also portable and it's also light at 6.9 millimeters thin, and when it's folded, it's 15.1 millimeters. The biggest change that we have seen on the Galaxy Z Fold5 and the Flip5 is actually the zero gap na hinge. Wala na tayong gap doon sa hinge, wala nang butas, so mas flat na yung hinge natin dito, which also means na mas maganda yung hinge natin, and there are less crease on the Flip5 and also the Fold5. Again, there's the 3.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 748 by 720. And as for the foldable display, it's still at 6.7-inch Full HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED 2X display with 120Hz refresh rate. And if you're worried about the front and the back glass of the smartphone, this one packs a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 na glass. Aside from the Gorilla Glass Victus 2 na glass, we also got here the Armor aluminum na body, which is known to be tough, and we've tested it in the previous smartphones from Samsung, and we know that it's tough, it's hard, and alam nyo mapoprotektahan niya yung smartphone nyo. Now let's talk about the camera of the smartphone. We still got here the dual rear camera on the smartphone with a 12-megapixel wide f1.8 dual pixel camera and another 12 megapixel na ultra wide with f2.2, and of course there's a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the foldable display. And honestly, when I was using the Galaxy Z Flip5, I barely use the selfie camera because we now have a larger cover display, so taking photos and taking videos, or taking selfies rather, dito sa Galaxy Z Flip5 is a lot better when you're using the rear camera, and we now have a larger live view kasi nga mas malaki na yung cover display natin. And if you're worried about the camera quality, I was actually pretty amazed with the quality that I got, because the shots that I got on the smartphone were really good. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip5 to record this video. I'm using the cover display, that's Jamie of Unbox, and the quality is actually pretty good. So for vloggers, I'm pretty sure that they would love the camera of the Galaxy Z Flip5. And of course, the smartphone still packs some of the features that we love, including the IPX8 water and dust resistance dito sa smartphone na to. So you won't be worried kung sakaling ginagamit yung smartphone nyo and biglang umulan, well, the smartphone is protected by that. And as for the battery, it's disappointing that we still got here 3,700 mAh of battery, which isn't that a lot. And as for the charging, we're not yet sure as for the charging speeds of the smartphone. They told us it's fast charging, but they haven't told us kung ano yung specific na charging speeds. But of course, it's not just the hardware that got an upgrade. We also got here some upgrades dito sa Galaxy Z Flip5 when you're using the flex mode, as we now have more functions pag naka-flex mode tayo dito when you're watching a video, checking out some photos, and a lot more. And unlike other foldable smartphones, the cover display of the Galaxy Z Flip5 is still limited. You can't use the smartphone as a smartphone talaga dun sa cover display. Yes, you could do a lot more. You could do a lot of functions on the cover display, but you cannot use it like an Android smartphone do sa cover display niya. But I hope that Samsung can consider that, considering na malaki na yung display niya and you can do a lot more dun sa kanyang cover display. As for the pricing, the Galaxy Z Flip5 starts at $64,990 for the 8 plus 256GB variant and $71,990 for the 8 plus 512 variant, which I think is reasonable. Now, let's talk about the Galaxy Z Fold5. Again, there are only minor changes that was done here with the Galaxy Z Fold5. So, both smartphones, the Flip 5 and the Z Fold5, packs a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor for Galaxy smartphones. It's a way faster na Snapdragon chipset compared to the normal Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, but I'm not sure yet if it is better than the 8 Plus Gen 2 that we now have in the market. And again, the Galaxy Z Fold5 packs a no hinge na gap, and of course, there's the less crease sa kanyang display. The smartphone will still have a very similar na design do sa previous generation, but the Galaxy Z Fold5 does have a minor changes do sa kanyang camera module, which is in line dun sa Galaxy S23 series. So the Galaxy Z Fold5 is the thinnest and lightest Galaxy Z Fold smartphone ever, but not the lightest foldable smartphone. So for the weight, it's at 254 grams, and at the thinnest point na naka-unfold, that's 6.1 millimeters. So for the display, we got here the 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display sa labas, and there's the 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display sa loob. I know it's not a lot of changes, and again, very similar yung kanyang itsura both sa unahan and also do sa foldable part ng Galaxy Z Fold5. As for the protection, this one comes with Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and it packs an armor aluminum na body, just like the Galaxy Z Flip5. And again, with our experience with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and armor aluminum na body, it's tough naman kahit na mabagsak nyo yung smartphone. But of course, I wouldn't recommend na i-drop nyo yung smartphone nyo. For the camera, it's still not on par with the Ultra series, as we still got here a 50 megapixel wide camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 10 megapixel telephoto camera. And of course, we still got here the 10 megapixel selfie camera dun sa kanyang cover display, and a 4 megapixel under display camera dun sa foldable display. And just like before, hindi na noticeable yung kanyang under display camera, which is the 4 megapixel camera, but I wouldn't bet really dun sa kanyang under display camera, as this one doesn't pack a really good quality dun sa kanyang UDC. And as for the quality, I'm actually happy with the quality that I got dito sa Galaxy Z Fold5. The smartphone still supports S Pen, but unfortunately, there's no S Pen slot, which is understandable considering that it would take a lot of space dito sa smartphone na to. But the S Pen Fold Edition this generation is now thinner and a lot better compared to the previous generation. So meron tayong nabibiling case dito for the Galaxy Z Fold5 in where you can slot in the thinner and better Galaxy S Pen dito sa Z Fold5. And of course, we still got here the IPX8 water and dust resistance dito sa smartphone na to, so you won't be worried about the sudden showers sa mga tag-ulan or bigla nyo mabasa yung smartphone nyo. And then, disappointingly, meron pa rin tayo ditong 4400 mAh of battery dito sa smartphone na to, and we're not sure yet again about the fast charging speeds ng smartphone na to. Considering 4400 pa rin siya, don't expect a big upgrade when it comes to its battery life. But of course, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is known to be a lot better pagdating sa kanyang thermals, well, baka mas maganda yung makuha natin battery dito by a bit. So for the pricing, this one is a little bit steep at 98,990 for the 256GB variant, 105,990 for the 512 variant, and 119,990 for the 1TB variant. So overall, the Galaxy Z Flip5 and the Fold5 are really powerful smartphones. So if you're looking for a powerful smartphone, make no mistake, both of these smartphones are really powerful with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processors inside. And again, this one is which is the 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy smartphones, which is a little bit faster and better than the normal 8 Gen 2. And as for the camera, well, do expect a little bit of upgrade when it comes sa kanyang camera. And the biggest upgrade pagdating sa dalawang to is actually dun sa Flip 5, dun sa kanyang cover display. The cover display is a lot usable, mas enjoyable na siyang gamitin, and may personality na siya compared before. As for the Galaxy Z Fold5, if you're still using the Z Fold4, I wouldn't recommend upgrading to the Fold5 because the Fold5 is still almost the same as the Flip5, Fold4 rather, but with a little bit of upgrades. Unless you're really a power user, you really need that processor, you really need that better camera, and you really need that no hinge na gap dito, yung talagang flat na tayo dito, and you want to have that less crease, then you might want to upgrade to the Flip5 and the Fold5. While the no gap doon sa kanyang hinge might not sound a lot for some people, but it does actually affect a lot of users kasi we can expect a better hinge on this one, and hopefully a better display kasi even after using the smartphone, the Fold and the Flip, sa mga previous users, nagkakamera sila ng issues with the hinge, with the display. So hopefully with this generation mo, wala na yon, with the better hinge and with the zero gap na hinge na meron tayo dito sa Flip 5 and the Fold 5. So I guess that's it dito sa ating video ng Flip 5 and the Fold 5. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here in my YouTube channel. So once again, I am JamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again sa susunod na video.